Hi guys, this is MJ. So today I will talk about how do you get close with an ENTJ. So I've done videos of other types, so feel free to check them out after this. I'll try to go through all the 16 types, and so I'll try to make this as quick as possible. So yeah, I'll just get right to the video. Um, so first things first, there's no way that we can concoct to just get to know or get close with a type. So these are just tips and how you can connect with the types, um, especially if you're trying to get close with them, be friends with them, or try to date them. Um, One thing to consider is knowing whether or not you're really an ENTJ. So check if you have the cognitive functions of an ENTJ, because of course there are other types that might get mistyped as one. And so there's no one size fits all in how to do things, right? So I guess one of the ways that you can get closer or deepen your friendship with or relationship with an ENTJ is number one, you look for activities or common hobbies that will encourage enjoyment and rest. An ENTJ is always almost busy, um, and they sometimes forget to take a break. Even when they're taking a break, they're still working. And so if they're working, they might as well be having fun at the same time. So like board games, date nights, um, go for a run, bike together, hike together, all of these SE things that they're very often involved in. If you want to go to the gym together or like play some games, go to the beach, do it by all means. Surprise them, but more importantly, check on with their schedule. Because I don't think you can just casually, spontaneously set up plans with an ENTJ. So like that, unless you're like super close with them and all. But we have to be mindful of the schedule of the ENTJ. But that's one thing that you can do for them, or with them. Second is ask their opinion on their line of expertise and how you can grow in specific areas, as I know that they would gladly help you improve or even reach your goal. If you're close with an ENTJ or trying to get close with an ENTJ, I think they're also excellent problem solvers. They see potential and they know how to grow them. And this applies to people. So, if you ask an ENTJ's sincere and honest opinion, you don't take offense in it. Sometimes they say things in a very straightforward way, but really ultimately it's for your benefit. It's for your good. So I think if you're developing a friendship with an ENTJ, one of the good ways to kind of connect with them is talk about how you would like to grow together as people, as business people, as whatever, as individuals, not just in line of work, but also as a person. But because ENTJs are big on self improvement, and it's not just about money all the time. They also want to become better people. So, if you have books that you know about, podcasts that you know about, that they might fancy, share it with them, and then set a time that you can discuss and talk about these things. It's always fun for an ENTJ to discuss ideas, you know, because people always very often pride ENTJs with, oh, they're so good with money, they're so good with business and all of that. Yes, but they're also great ideas people. So brain pick with the ENTJ, talk about things that you'd like to do together or how you would like to push each other for growth, and that's something that they would truly appreciate, as someone that you're trying to be friends with. Okay, so lastly, if in the very, very, very rare times that ENTJ opens up to you, always remind them that sometimes it's okay to fail, and that not everyone has to go on the same pace as everyone else's. Sometimes they take it to heart failing, and they sometimes attribute their failures to themselves as people and their value, but their self-worth is very often tied with achievements. I've hit this, I have hit that, I've done this, I've done that. They're quick to pick themselves up, but there have moments where, especially if they enter a grip, an FI grip, they would wallow and wallow in their misery and overthink their failures. Um, so be gentle with them about these things. That ENTJs are very often tough cookies. Like they're and they don't really take things to heart very easily. But when they fail, or when the relationships fail, or when things happen in their family or whatever, it's not something that they like to talk about, but it's necessary for them to face. So ask them how they are. Don't just always talk about top level things. Sometimes they also want to be asked how they are doing. And when they see that you're sincere and you don't want anything out of it, because sometimes, of course, because ENTJs are like, you know, loaded, people will use them as well, and they don't want you wouldn't want to be the kind of person that will try to use any person. It's even more so with an ENTJ. So be sincere and honest with your friendships with the people, and make time for them, spend time with them, get them to experience new things like SE's activities that they haven't done, like, I don't know, skydiving or something, going to the mountains, trekking somewhere that they haven't tried, and open the world to this very busy man and woman, and let them live their life and let them experience the world along with you. So get them to go on adventure, because they're very often just focused on the business and they forget to live. So that's one thing that I think I can suggest in getting closer with an ENTJ. So just open up their borders, expand their borders, and be the kind of person that they'd want to be friends with, to be with as a friend, to be with as a partner or anything. An ENTJ wouldn't want to be with someone who's stagnating. So always try to push yourself to become a better version of you. And they would respect and honor that, and would very likely also help you achieve their goals. So, yes, that concludes my video about ENTJs. So if you learned something from this video, please consider subscribing or liking my video. And if you have any other comments or insights that you want me to make a video about, comment on the comment section. And yeah, watch my other videos if you want. I have also podcasts that I've had with an ENTJ, so feel free to watch them as well. So if you want to get typed by me, if you want to learn more about your type, or if you want to get typed, I provide in-depth type assessments, and you'll see it in the video after this. Thank you. Bye. Follow me on my socials at MBTI Time on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And if you're not sure if you're an INFP, INFJ, ENFP, INTJ, or any other type, book a typing session with me by visiting www.mbtitime.com. Links in the descriptions down below.